You already have the answers. You have the answers in the version of you in 5 years' time. That part of you that has made it, that's solved all the problems that you're currently thinking about now, he's done it. And what advice would he give you? That's what you need to tune into. Don't need to watch any other videos. Don't need to do anything else. All you have to do is just ask yourself that question. What would you do? And there's the blueprint, because you know deep down what it is that you're holding yourself back from. You don't know why you're doing it. You just ultimately know that you've got one foot on the gas and one foot at the brake. And, you know, you have to ask yourself a question. Are you really ready for the change? A lot of people want the change, but a lot of people want to stay stuck. A lot of people want to stay safe. They don't want to push for a better life. The hardest thing a man can do is change. But a belief that it's hard to change is what keeps him stuck. And I was the same. I used to think, oh, it's so hard to change. No, it's not. It's not. You just don't want to give up the stuff that you know that you need to be able to give up. And it's brutal. But we're the ones that are stopping ourselves being successful and standing there in 5 years' time and being happy, or even 5 months' time or 5 minutes' time. We know miracles can happen like that. But we begin to just sit there and waste our life away, and we wake up with the same thoughts, the same habits, the same patterns, and we're sort of like, oh, is today going to be the day when something's just gifted for me and all my problems are solved? And we have this weak mentality. And when you go through hard times, yeah, you have to give yourself compassion. You do have to give yourself compassion and empathy, and don't burn out and run yourself into the ground. I know that better than anyone. I tried to red pill it through it. Didn't work. But we have to also remember that there was 18 and 19-year-old kids getting off a boat and going to war. I remember there's a scene, I don't know what. Fun fact, I've been to every war museum in London. There's a scene where these guys are sitting on the boat and basically on the sand, they're just getting fired at, and they're watching people get killed left, right and centre, yet they're still... Is it the Battle of Normandy? They're just getting off the boat and they're going onto the sand, and everyone's just getting killed left, right and centre because the boats are open, right? It's just basically like sitting ducks. And he was doing that at 18, 19 years of age. You look at gladiators going to war, training with spears as kids. We're soft. We're softers. We are so soft. Like, if you really think about it, what do we worry about? We worry about pathetic things, don't we? We actually worry about pathetic things rather than just being... Rather than be, you know, I don't want to use the word stoic, but, you know, having something about you again. Where's that oomph? Where's that spark? Where's that hunger and drive to just be a beast and be the best you? Like, where is it? I know that hard times come and your confidence gets knocked down, and, you know, God will put everyone through a season where they isolated and then all of a sudden they find out who they are. I get it. But when are you going to start being dogs again? I find myself getting irritated and frustrated because needs and wants, but you want to just get into a state of just like complete detachment from anything. Even when your emotions start to kick in, you have to ask yourself a question like, what's going on here? Like, where is this coming from? You know, I had to say it to a client the other day. I was like, bro, get out your feelings, mate. My word, whinging and crying about some pathetic stuff. Like, I had to tell him straight. He was like, wow, I needed that. I was like, no, bro. Like, sat there watching you in your emotions. Like, it's like, bro. 9 times out of 10, if we went to a kids' hospital where they're all on the ward and they're all sort of, you know, they don't know if they're going to make it or they're battling illnesses, we wouldn't sit there and tell them our problems and what we worry about that day. Imagine sitting down going, so what do you worry about today? Oh, my YouTube video didn't get that many likes, or, you know, my business isn't doing well, and, you know, I've got this amount of money in the bank, but I'm just not happy. And don't get me wrong, your worries are valid. It's your life. You're well in your means to worry about them certain things, but it puts things into perspective. For me anyway, like, it's just like, what on earth do we worry about? I'll just get annoyed and frustrated at certain things, and I'll just ring my parents and just have a catch up, have a chat with them, and then you hear what you say, and then you're just like, oh, mate, what are you doing? you know, and the me in 5 years' time would be like, slow down. See, that's what I do with these videos. I don't even edit them. I'm just like talking because I hope this hits someone. Maybe I'm doing this for me. This is like my own little journal, my voiced out journal. But yeah, the version of me in 5 years' time would be like, bro, slow down. You know, you've had an incredible life. You've lived beautifully. You've experienced so much that you've wanted to experience. Like, enjoy this part, because there's going to be in 5 years' time where or shorter time than that you've cracked it and you're not enjoying it. You're wishing for more. I've got a client every Thursday's, oh, thank God it's the weekend, and it's like, you wind me up. If you're watching this, you know you wind me up, because I'm just like, mate, enjoy your life. Enjoy what's in front of you. Like, literally enjoy what's in front of you. You know, you're wishing your life away so much. There's going to be a day where you do anything to go back to the circumstances that you've got, the job that you've got. But we don't tend to bother. We're always needing and wanting, and it's almost like we've just been dropped into this sudden world of, you always feel left behind. You always feel like you're missing out, or you always feel like there isn't something you're quite doing. And that's the trick. Yeah, that is the trick. That's what puts you into a state of lack all the time, especially if you live on your phones. You know, I've got clients that are successful, but they love Sky Sports. So I'm just like constantly distracted by waffle, like constantly just like, even like negative emotions if your team hasn't won, or like you go onto social media and there's someone saying that they've made this amount of money, and it's like, we're living in a lie. We live in a world of bots, in the online world, and then we're distracted by sports. You know, I had it with myself. I'm like, I started watching the UFC because I had a couple of Muay Thai lessons, yeah. And I love the mentality behind Khabib and the fighters and their stories. And then I find myself like invested in the YouTube shorts, and I'm sat there, I'm like, and then you have to come away, you have to go, what on earth is going on? Like, you pull yourself away from your own bubble that you're going to be living in to create peace, and that's how easy it is to get pulled out, but it's normalised. You know, and me in 5 years' time would be like, stop watching everyone else and start, you know, well, keep focused, not start, because I do, but like, keep focusing on yourself. They say comparison is the killer of joy, but compare yourself to someone less fortunate than you, and you would find enough to be joyful about, trust me. So the message today is, what would you in 5 years' time? What advice would he give you? If he could call you now, what advice would he give you? And also embody his mannerisms. You know, if he has everything he ever wanted, what would his energy be like? He wouldn't be in so much urgency. He would be slowing down and enjoying the journey. Identity, behaviour. Something I'm really focusing on at the moment. I'm kicking loads of old habits, and it's creep back in, then they go, they creep back in, then they go, and it's sort of like you feel that old version drifting away. And it's easy. It's easy once you get going, but it's also very hard at the same time. Very hard at the same time. I struggle with working towards something with no guaranteed outcome, but a guaranteed amount of work. That's one of the things. But it's make or break for people that want to do something with their life. To the people that I can't actually physically understand why you wouldn't want to do something with your life, but I do get it. You know, I do get why you wouldn't want to try and do something, because it's brutal, it's ruthless, it's the biggest character development I've ever seen in my life. But also on the flip side is like, do you really want to spend your whole life not doing something cool with it? I'm not even talking about materialistic stuff, right? I'm just talking about you as a person. Do you not want to reach the pinnacle and see how well you can get in shape? Do you not want to reach the pinnacle and see how much mental strength you can get? Do you not want to reach the pinnacle and see who you can become? Like, supernatural. Like, that's so interesting to just be like, where is life going? What am I going to do? How better am I going to be? What am I going to be able to accomplish? I've been reading a book called The Universal Parallel of Self, and he embodies the state of like a movie star. He calls it the Hollywood theory, and he started to embody that he was a movie star in Hollywood, and he was driving around Los Angeles and that, he was reaching out to people, and it actually scared him how quickly things started moving towards him, how many offers that he was getting, and how many, like, one of the interesting things was, like, someone said that you have to live in a certain mile radius in LA in order to be able to get bookings. I think it's like 60-mile radius or something like that. And straight away he was like, I don't conform to that belief. And I was like, wow, I don't conform to that belief. Because it's so true, isn't it? It's like we go through life and it's like, straight away it's like, oh, it's hard to make money. I don't conform to that belief. It's hard to grow on YouTube. I don't conform to that belief. You know, everyone's out there giving advice on certain things, and your belief system's already pre-decided by people that have lived before you. But that doesn't make sense. So decide, what would the advice to you in 5 years' time do? What would he give you? And then ultimately, what beliefs match that? Start to change your beliefs. Your beliefs are nothing more than the repeated thought. But then is it a belief that you even have beliefs and it's hard to change beliefs? It's one big circle, isn't it? Oh dear. Yesterday I didn't film. I was tired. I was aggy. But I'm committing to a video a day for 365 days. And I'm just committing. So I've been in this coaching game a while now, but I want to ramp it up. I want to prove a point as well. It's just like authenticity is the best. No clickbait stuff, no waffle, no nothing. Just pure just being yourself in the world of AI. You know, I just want to come on here and brain dump everything in my brain and see where it goes. That's like a little challenge I've given myself over the next 12 months. So we'll see where it goes. I'm Brad Parker. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this morning chat. Not really much structure to it. I just wanted to come on here and get it done, to be honest, get the reps in. But yeah, welcome to the Melior life. I'm just a lad that went through a load of stuff and help lads go through the stuff that they're going through. If you're new here, welcome. If not, you know I love and appreciate you watching these videos. Have an amazing day. Big love.